how to make a very simple fondant rainbow. So sometimes the most effective little decorations on a cake are the very simple ones, and rainbows are so popular they ain't going anywhere. So this cake, it's going to have a rainbow that goes all the way around the base, and then it's going to have a rainbow on top. So I'm going to show you how to easily make a little rainbow. One, how to get the sausage shaped fondant bits all nice and smooth and uniform, and then I'm going to show you how to make one that stands up on a cake. So just start off with your fondant. This one's for the base, so I've not added any Tylose or CMC powder, which is just a powder that you add to your fondant and it just helps stiffen it up. So it just works the same as a modelling paste. It's stiffer to work with, better for freestanding models. So as you can see, I've got my fondant here and I've already started rolling it out. So just a basic smoother. You can use an extruder for this as well, but I find the extruders don't allow the sausage shapes to be big enough. I like a thick sausage. I keep saying sausage. What is this called? So I'm just going over with my fondant smoother. I'm just rolling it back and forth, and it'll start getting longer and bigger and thinning out, and it just ensures that this long shape is all the same in width. So I think I'm about there. That's about the same size as the rest of them. Maybe just want to go a little bit thinner, and then I'll continue that with the rest of the colours, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to make a freestanding one. So now pop that one round the board. How cute does that look? Very simple to do, very effective. So now I want to make one for the top. So I've got my colours and I've added some of this. It'll be backwards for you. CMC or Tylo powder. And as I say, that it stiffens your fondant up and sets it a lot firmer than ordinary fondant. And if you're having standing figures, that's what you need, or standing models. You can use modelling paste. This is just a cheaper alternative. What was I going to say? I don't know. Anyway, so you're going to start with your biggest one, so your first colour, so I'm going for the red. And then we're just going to do exactly what we did with the sausage shapes for the base. So we're going to roll all these out again, so that they're all the same width and uniform along the way. Sorry, bear with me. Sorry, that was just the husband coming in telling me he's off out. So yes, just continue again till all your colours are all the same width. The length doesn't matter at the minute because you're going to trim them. I'll come back when they're done. So now we've got all our colours rolled out. Say the lengths don't matter at the minute because you're going to trim them, but all the widths are the same. The tip as well, once you've rolled them all out and you think they look the same, just get your smoother and roll over all of them, and then that just ensures that they are all definitely the same width. So, depending on the gradient of the arch that you are wanting for your rainbow, so if you just want a slight arch or more of a curved arch, that's going to depend on which cutter you use to shape the rainbow round. So I don't want a huge one for this cake cake is only a 6-inch round on top, so there's not a great deal of space for a sort of really spread out rainbow. I'm going to go for this one, see what we look like. So you're going to start with your bottom colour of your rainbow and just place that over like so, and it gives you a uniform arch to then pop the rest of the colours onto. This is how you get that really nice arch shape. So I'm just going to double check that. I mean, that's looking good so far, but as I say, the top of my cake is only 6-inch. I'm just going to make sure that that, once done, is going to fit. So we're just I might go one smaller actually, just to be on the safe side. So get my smaller cutter and just line them all up again, and that should make it slightly smaller. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue those all together, just simply with a little bit of water. So pop some greaseproof paper under it, because you're going to need this shortly to speed up the setting time. We're going to pop it in the oven. So line them all up again, and then just get some water and go in between the sausages, a little bit of water, and get that all stuck. So now, once you're happy that it's all stuck and you've got the shape you want, just remove that, get a nice straight knife, blade, anything, and just cut right across, nice and straight. There you have your rainbow. So now, what we're going to do, some cocktail sticks in the bottom, and then that, once it's set, we'll be able to stick into the cake. If you twist your cocktail sticks instead of just shoving straight in, it keeps the shape of the fondant better without squidging it. So that's there. Set this really quickly if you haven't got time for it to dry naturally. I'm going to put the oven on its lowest temperature and pop this in the oven for a couple of minutes, just enough for the sugar in the fondant to start melting a little bit, so that when you take it out it cools down quickly and sets firm. So this has just come out the oven and it will be very, very soft. Do not touch it until it's completely cool, because you will risk it misshapen or even breaking. This is now set rock hard. It's completely cool. As you can see, it's not floppy and will stand up perfectly on a cake. What you can do, because sometimes, I mean, they're still quite brittle, you could add some melted chocolate to the back of the rainbow just to sturdy it up some more. So I'll show you what it's going to look like on the cake. And then this is what it looks like on the cake. It's not quite finished yet, I'd need to add some more details, but you can just see I've stuck it into the top of the cake. I'm going to pop some little clouds where it joins the cake. But that's how to make fairly simple, straightforward fondant rainbow.